I was impressed.
Marla Harris of the Grits, who just happened to be here this evening with us. She doesn't want us to say it. So great.
And then farther down the page, Emma, let me see.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Joe
that's
Case.
right. Joe Case and Emma.
And I thought that was nice. All right, let's do the question.
All right.
Did everybody finish the book?
Yes.
All right, 100%.
Yeah, it was a quick read.
It really was.
Very quick read.
Now, the central themes of the story, I always like to find that, but she stated it, the author stated it in the back of the book when she was being interviewed, and I was glad she did, because I hate to have to come up with that, because my themes are not always the author's themes. But she said, follow your dreams was one thing. And that did make sense, because that was through a lot of the characters, like Georgia, Corliss, and the little girl, 13-year-old girl and stuff. Even, what's his name?
Marvin.
The husband. Yeah. Be kind to others.
But on that follow your dreams, just me personally, I don't know if Georgia knew what her dreams were.
She kind of fell into it.
She fell into it.
Well, okay. Go down to
it's a
question
question.
number 9.
Okay.
Okay, Ruby says Georgia becomes a host of her own morning radio show. Do you feel she earned this show? Or was she given the show because of who her husband was? Did you ever get the sense of whether or not radio was Georgia's true passion? Or she just fell into the gig?
She fell into it. She fell into it,
but
cooking was her thing.
I hate to answer my own question, but I think the radio show, I think her thing was to do good.
Yes.
And the radio show was a vehicle for her to do good.
Absolutely.
So it's not like she had a passion for radio, but she had a
passion for
she had a passion for doing good. And the author also referenced Cheryl Robinson said she thought Georgia had a Jennifer Hudson experience, kind of an overnight sensation thing, which happens to some people because they're at the right place at the right time, and it just happens that way. Some people struggle 20 years to get where they need to be, and others it's overnight.
But another thing, as bad it is to say, if he wouldn't have been talking about it in the first place, she would have never called in, and no one would have ever heard her voice. Right. And it's bad that he did all that, but still, someone heard her.
And her voice really sold her to the Priscilla woman, and she could express herself and everything. It's just, what's that, opportunity meeting?
But how realistic is that? Think about the auditions that they were having. They had tons of auditions, people coming in,
for the wrong reason.
Well, yeah. Hey, how about that model in there? I just pictured her going,
that was funny.
Yes, I'm a model.
I just want a big house. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a little unrealistic how she just kind of fell into it, just one conversation on the radio. I thought that was a little
unrealistic that she would let her husband talk about her.
That was unrealistic for that long.
Yeah.
Nationally, and just think it's an act.
Yeah, and the one thing I'm probably getting way ahead of myself, but the one thing I didn't like, I felt he got off scot-free.
At the end,
I felt he got off scot-free.
And she helped him.
And for her, I really wanted him to go to jail. I flipped the book over. I was like, oh, he is going to jail. Come on now, he has got to go to jail. So,
but if we believe that all things work together for good, then that's between him and the Lord. I would think. It's just hard to let the Lord take care of it when you think you ought to be in jail, But anyway,
I thought the cookies for a cause was a
good idea.
It was
Great.
It took off. That was very realistic. I can definitely see something like that happening.
Yeah, but if you can see that, why can't you see just her being picked up by Priscilla just from a.
You know what? Because
Listening.
I'm a voiceover artist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And I do
it just
commercials.
does not happen.
Honey, it does not happen like that. It does not happen like I guarantee you.
See, if it happens to you next week, we will tell you about
Yeah.
this.
If I'm in the next track or something.
And I guess the
Yeah.
question still comes back to the fact, did Priscilla also choose her because she was Marvin's wife? Was that any kind of little
I
something?
think Priscilla could see the big picture. Yeah. Georgia versus Marvin. Yeah.
And it was a good thing she didn't have that old school mentality like her father had, like a woman can't carry. Yeah.
That was about sick of him.
Yeah.
But you know.
But she stood her ground. I was very excited.
Yeah, which was surprising.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
up against
Good to
Daddy.
know.
Yeah.